If you're a woman or somebody who identifies with feminine energy and you're feeling burnt out, there are some key reasons why, and they differ from the reasons why men tend to burn out. So today I'm going to be sharing what those expectations are of women that are causing us to burn out and what we can do about it. Hi, I'm Kathleen, and welcome to a safe space where I'll help you reconnect to your true needs and reclaim calm and clarity. So if that's something you're interested in, subscribe, grab a drink, maybe a cozy blanket, and let's get started. Before I knew I was burning out, my therapist recommended to me that I read a book. And it's called Burnout, The Secret to Unlocking the Stress Cycle by Emily and Amelia Nagoski. I'm just going to call it the Burnout book for the sake of this video and to try to keep it simple. Being recommended this book was one of the pivotal moments for me, one of the many moments in my journey that helped me start to see how I could overcome and come out of burnout with more meaning. And at the time when she recommended it to me, I was 6 months or 8 months postpartum. I felt like I didn't have any time. I was really in survival mode, and I was like, really, read a book? So I did listen to it on audiobook, and there were just the moments where what they were talking about, the reasons why women burnt out, just kind of made me stop in my tracks. And so this is what I want to share with you today. Because burnout in women often looks different. It's not that we're just doing too much, it's that we're doing too much for other people or doing too much of what is disconnected from what we truly need. We're putting other people's expectations first or just putting them first. And so we start suppressing what we truly need. We stop putting ourselves first. You're giving so much to other people, and it doesn't mean you're necessarily caregiving in the traditional sense. Although that is a major way that women tend to burn out, it means that you're putting so much of yourself into other people, into what they expect you to do. And we often aren't aware how much we do this because it is so ingrained in how we become to live. And so that's what this book gets into. In the Burnout book, they describe how women are socialized to be givers. Always generous, always available, always calm, and always meeting needs. And that's what they call the human giver syndrome. They talk about how women internalize this need to give, this responsibility to give to others, often at the expense of their own health, rest, and boundaries. The moment for me when I was reading, or I guess listening to this book, that just made me stop in my tracks was this. Human givers must at all times be pretty, happy, calm, generous, and attentive to the needs of others. And it really just hit me because I realized how much that's what I lived to be. I live to be calm. I live to do all the right things. I live to be a good girl. And this isn't just a personality trait of saying hey, you give too much. And it's not something that you're even necessarily aware of because, again, it is so ingrained in our society to raise women this way and to expect women to give for others. It's a cultural system that pushes women to overextend, leading them to burnout. I want to break down how this plays out in daily life and how it fuels burnout. So first, the point of being pretty, or it's also associated with being small. We spend as women so much time trying to focus on how we look. The makeup, procedures, how we do our hair, working out. So much of it is for vanity reasons. And it's because we are conditioned from an early age to believe that we need to look good, we need to be pretty. Pretty equals good. Think of the difference between women and men. And yes, men do have a lot of their own pressures on how they need to look physically, but think about how traditionally women wear makeup, women dye their hair when they start to go gray, women often work out because they want to look good, not just because they want to feel strong. It's all because we have been conditioned in our society to look and be a certain way that other people feel is good. The next is neglecting rest or feeling guilty when you rest. I hear this from so many women. They say they just need to keep going and they don't have a moment to rest, or when they do have a moment to rest, they just can't. And it's because you feel like you're letting other people down somehow by resting. You're letting yourself down. But rest is truly the most important thing you can do for yourself. And by not resting, you're not giving your body what it needs, and you're running it into the ground. You're running it into burnout. The next is emotional suppression. So, givers learn to suppress their needs and to not make other people uncomfortable with their pain or discomfort. I personally felt this a lot while I was burning out. I didn't tell really anybody for months that I was drowning and feeling so overwhelmed because I didn't want to make them uncomfortable, because I knew they were probably struggling with something. So, why would I want them to feel the pain or the discomfort of what I'm going through? And the problem is, if you're not letting those emotions out, they build and build and build within your body. The next is an inability to complete stress cycles. I'll talk about this more in a moment, but the book emphasizes the need to fully process stress. Otherwise, that stress tends to linger like those emotions. But because givers tend to override their needs, when they feel stressed, they just try to push through, keep going, and not give our bodies what they really need. The next is feeling like you have to constantly perform or need validation to feel good. This is huge, especially in society now where social media is such a big part of our lives. The feeling of getting likes or comments, or just somebody telling you that you're doing a good job. We always feel like we need to be doing instead of just being. And the last one is boundary blindness. So no feels wrong, it feels bad. Or when you do set a boundary, you kind of let it slide because, again, you want to make the other person comfortable and happy. And all of these dynamics together in our daily lives basically create a pressure cooker. And at some point, it's going to crack, it's going to explode. So one of the key concepts from the Nagoski's work is this idea of completing the stress cycle. It's not just about stressful events, it's about how your body responds to the stress. So that is the full stress cycle. When you're stressed, you're in fight, flight, or freeze mode. And if you never let your body fully complete that cycle, fully get out of fight, flight, or freeze, it is stuck in that survival activation. It is stuck in feeling like it needs to keep going to survive. That contributes to exhaustion, illness, inflammation, and burnout. Human givers feel this need to push through. They don't give the moment to feel the stress because stress is uncomfortable and you need to do something about it in order to actually complete that cycle and make your body feel safe. But instead of doing that, we push through, we keep going, we push it down, and we figure that it's going to go away eventually. But it's actually just holding in our bodies. So now you might be thinking, oh crap, I've been holding on to stress for years and years and years, and my body's just been feeling that forever, because that's what I was feeling. So let's walk through together what we can do about this and what we can do to complete the stress cycle, because it is not too late. Small shifts still very much matter at this point. So stay with me. So first is what we're doing here. We're recognizing and naming human giver syndrome. And if this is resonating with you, just the fact that it's clicking and you're saying, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was doing this, that is huge. You're bringing awareness to it, and so you can actually start to do something about it. So start to allow your needs without guilt, even something small. You have the right to rest every day, even just for a couple minutes. You have the right to set boundaries, even if it's a small no thank you when somebody asks you to do something that you really don't want to do. A big one is to complete the stress cycle intentionally. So when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling your heart racing or overwhelmed, instead of trying to push through and forget about it, do one of the following. You can use movement. So even just doing 10 jumping jacks can help your body say, okay, we're getting through this. And then the pause brings you back into safety. Creative expression is another way to bring your body out of that fight, flight, or freeze mode, because you're using a different part of your brain that actually can't be activated when it's stressed. So whatever creative expression means to you, maybe it's writing, journaling, coloring, knitting, just anything that uses your brain differently than that moment of overwhelm. Another one is putting your hands or your face in cold water for 30 seconds. It activates something in your body and says, whoo, okay, we're back. We're ready to go, but in a safe way. Social connection and laughter. Laughter is huge. You're expressing an emotion so genuinely, so loudly. Or affection. So a hug for 10 or 20 seconds from somebody you care about. And of course, rest. So just sit and be for even 5 minutes. It shows your body that it's safe to just be. This really isn't a switch that you flip overnight. It's about making small shifts every day, small ways to complete the stress cycle and put your needs first. Just small ways where instead of pushing through, you listen in and say, okay, I'm going to rest. I'm going to find joy. I'm going to do something that just feels good for my body. This is a huge way that I support my clients to move from this people pleasing into a path, into a journey that starts to put your needs first. Because when you do, you start to realize your actual full potential and you start to feel better, you start to feel healthier. So if you've been feeling burnout creeping in, know that it is not your fault. It is a result of deep-rooted systems in our culture, in our society. It's rooted in these expectations put on women to be for other people. But this is your sign to start being for you. I'd love to support you through this. I'm here for you. I have some free resources as well as one-on-one sessions that I'll link below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you put yourself first just for a little bit today or this week, and I'll see you soon.